A warning came over the radio, and it wasn't subtle. Late at Talladega, one team zeroed in on a superstar and said, "Watch him." Because when the pressure hit, they believed Chase Elliott was going to make a move that could change everything. Not a wreck, not a mistake, a decision. Ricky Stenhouse Jr was running up front in the final stage. Strong car, clean position, real shot at a big finish. Then came the message from his spotter, Clayton Hughes. Elliott was behind him, pushing, closing. And over the radio, Hughes didn't hold back, telling Stenhouse to keep an eye on him, warning that Elliott might make a self-serving move late. In the end, Elliott stayed in line until it mattered most. Heading to the checkered flag, he pulled out just like everyone else fighting for position. Stenhouse finished sixth, solid result, but that radio call, that's what people are talking about. Talladega isn't about horsepower, it's about trust. At 190 miles per hour, drivers depend on the car behind them just as much as their own. And that's where this gets interesting. Stenhouse is one of the best super speedway racers in the garage. He knows how to survive these races and how to win them, but even he wasn't fully comfortable with who was behind him. Elliott, meanwhile, carries a different kind of reputation, consistent, calculated, and when the moment comes, decisive. That's not a knock. That's elite racing. But inside the draft, trust is everything. And when a spotter is warning his driver about a former champion in real time, that tells you something. This wasn't random, this was expectation. And in a race where one move can trigger chaos or secure victory, that expectation matters. Let's break down what's really happening here. At super speedways like Talladega, pushing isn't just helpful, it's necessary. Drivers form temporary alliances. You work together until you don't. So when Elliott is pushing Stenhouse late in the race, there's an unspoken deal. I'll help you now, but when it's time, I'm going for it. That's standard. But here's the key difference: timing and intent. Hughes' warning suggests they didn't just expect Elliott to make a move. They expected him to make it in a way that could leave Stenhouse exposed. And that's the risk. When you're leading a line, the car behind controls your momentum. If they stay locked in, you surge forward. If they pull out or hesitate, you stall instantly. So strategically, Stenhouse was in a vulnerable spot. He needed Elliott's push to stay competitive. But that same push could disappear in a split second. That's the gamble every driver faces at Talladega. Now let's flip it. From Elliott's perspective, this is exactly how you win races. You don't ride to the finish, you position yourself to strike. And if that means leaving the car you were just helping, that's not betrayal, that's execution. But here's where it gets complicated. If drivers start expecting Elliott or anyone to prioritize themselves earlier than usual, it changes how they race around him. They may hesitate to line up with him, they may avoid drafting help, and that can quietly reshape the entire dynamic of the pack. So this isn't just about one radio call, it's about perception. And perception in NASCAR spreads fast. Fans are reading into this in two very different ways. Some see it as nothing unusual. Late race moves at Talladega are always aggressive. Everyone is looking out for themselves. Others hear that warning and think it says more. That even inside the garage, there's a belief Elliott will make a move no matter who it impacts. Analysts are split too. Some frame it as smart awareness from Stenhouse's team just doing their job. Others see it as a subtle sign that trust is thinner than it looks on the track. Either way, that radio message added tension to a finish that already had plenty. So what happens next? This is just standard super speedway racing. No lingering issues, no hard feelings. Drivers continue working together when needed and battling when it counts. Elliott keeps doing what elite drivers do, putting himself in position to win. Or that perception sticks. Drivers begin second-guessing Elliott in the draft. They hesitate to work with him late in races. And in a format where teamwork matters, even a slight lack of trust can cost positions or wins. And don't forget, Talladega memories don't fade quickly. The next time these two are lined up late, everyone will remember that warning. So here's the real question. Was that just a routine heads up from a spotter? Or does it reveal how drivers truly feel about racing with Chase Elliott when it matters most? Because at Talladega, trust can win you the race or cost you everything. Drop your take in the comments. Would you trust Elliott pushing you in the final laps? And for more sharp NASCAR breakdowns like this, stay locked in with SportsWire USA.